That Eden, she's such a brave little girl. Oh! Geez, sorry, I didn't see you there. Welcome to my place of business. My name is Nick Smith, and I'm the Director of Learning Center Operations here at Brainspring. And I'm excited to share with you today Brainspring's virtual tutoring option. I'm joined by our production manager, Mike Dropflees, as well as our Director of Curriculum Development, Aaron, not a Karen, Akers. Aaron will be monitoring the chat, so feel free to ask any questions that should arise during the course of the webinar. We'll then save time at the end to answer any and all questions that are posted. Virtual tutoring. So we launched our virtual tutoring platform in 2019, fortuitously just prior to the pandemic. And indeed, that was a coincidence. I mean, it's not like we unleashed a deadly virus on the population with a misguided marketing scheme to increase enrollment at our virtual learning center. I mean, that would be just crazy. But what we did do is do what we do often here at Brainspring, is look at the research. So what does the research say about virtual tutoring? Well, the National Student Support Accelerator, which is a research initiative based at Stanford University, which studies virtual tutoring versus in-person tutoring and tutoring effectiveness, had this to say. This is a summary. Effectiveness isn't inherently tied to whether tutoring is virtual or in person. Both formats can produce meaningful learning gains if they embody sound tutoring principles, including frequency, consistency, training of the tutors, and being based on data. In person may be slightly easier for building relationships, while virtual can expand tutor supply and access. And indeed, quality and context matter most. Programs that do fail to implement well, whether virtually or in person, may not improve academic outcomes. So, based on that research, how did Brainspring maintain structure, engagement, and instructional fidelity virtually based on that research? Well, first off, sessions are paced and sequenced intentionally, just as they would be during in-person tutoring. Tutors use live interactive tools, and we were very intentional about maintaining that multisensory experience. Virtual tutors are selected in part due to their experience with virtual teaching. So not only are our tutors degreed professionals in either education or a related field, often with years of teaching experience, but they also may have previous experience in teaching or tutoring virtually. And we can probably thank COVID for that one. Brainspring's virtual model is built to deliver the same high-quality experience students receive in person. And let's take a look at what that means. Same renowned curriculums and delivery. So one-on-one sessions individualized to the student's needs, delivered on the same days of the week, at the same time, with the same highly qualified tutor. And if attending for virtual reading instruction, the same nationally accredited curriculums. The same instructional expectations. Our same commitment to student outcomes. And same accountability and documentation. And that accountability and documentation often starts with our assessments. So how do virtual assessments track progress and guide instruction? Well, assessments associated with Brainspring curriculums are designed to be provided virtually with the same fidelity as in-person delivery. So our publications team did a great job of making sure assessments could be administered virtually with only minor modifications. So virtual assessments follow the same structured protocols and administration guidelines as in-person sessions. So we have to say well done to Erin and her team for doing that. And tutors are trained to maintain pacing, prompting procedures, and scoring accuracy in the virtual environment. Assessment results are always reviewed by the director of the Virtual Learning Center. Every assessment is reviewed for accuracy, completeness, and adherence to administration protocols. And this additional layer of oversight ensures instructional recommendations are data-driven. Assessment results are provided to families to help understand the progress their child is making. So families do receive a clear, comprehensive summary of assessment findings, and then ongoing progress monitoring ensures families continue to receive updates beyond the initial assessments. I've spent a lot of time at this point reinforcing the fact that our virtual learning center meets the same standards as our in-person tutoring, and there's a reason for that. A study was recently completed by Dr. Tammy Brandon on the impact of Brainspring's in-person reading tutoring, which I want to share with you. So there was a large-scale, real-world study of 358 students, ages 6 through 9, using actual tutoring and assessment data to come up with these results. There was statistically significant gains in word reading utilizing Orton-Gillingham methods. There was improved decoding skills, strengthening the foundation for reading fluency and comprehension. Significant gains in pseudo-word reading, aka non-word reading, demonstrating true decoding ability, not memorization. It showed that it was aligned with the science of reading, including explicit phonics and multisensory instruction. And students developed greater confidence, fluency, and independence in reading. All reasons why we want to make sure that the fidelity of the in-person tutoring matches the fidelity of the virtual tutoring. So, what technology and platforms are used for our sessions? Well, desktop or laptop should be used for the best virtual experience. However, tablets can be used if necessary. And furthermore, Google Chrome is the recommended browser, but there are other browsers that are acceptable. We use a LessonSpace platform. Unlike Zoom and Microsoft, LessonSpace was built for educational purposes, and it includes features such as one click to connect, nothing to download, install, or update, no sign-up required. Students just click the link to join the lesson. Easy peasy. There's a collaborative whiteboard, which I know both Zoom and Teams have, but I've heard this one called the Ferrari of collaborative whiteboards because it has an infinite shared canvas with subject-specific tools. I think one of the people trying to sell me the LessonSpace used that term, the Ferrari of whiteboards, full disclosure. It has a crisp, clear, reliable communication. And has a co-browser feature, which allows tutors and students to navigate the same web page together in real time, creating a fully shared, interactive experience. Instead of screen sharing alone, both participants can scroll, click, highlight, and interact with digital content simultaneously, making lessons more collaborative and engaging. And this specific platform also provides our tutors access to a free online course designed to equip them with further skills and knowledge needed to effectively teach virtually. We do require a purchase of a document camera, as it is important for our tutors to have eyes on student work. So a document camera is required. And I did bring a sample document camera here. So this is the sample document camera. If you don't have a document camera, we will certainly make recommendations of ones that can be purchased, and I believe this indeed is one of the ones we recommend. They range anywhere, the ones we recommend range from $95 to $115, but there's a variety out there. You You can see this one goes up and down, up and down. See that, Aaron? Up and down. But if that's a little out of someone's price range, you can also use a cell phone camera as a document camera. And in that case, you just have to purchase a tripod to hold the document camera to hold the cell phone similar to the document camera. And we also recommend headphones, though not required. It can often make the experience a better one for the child and often the tutor. And I did also bring sample headphones. So headphones like these would be sufficient. There's a variety out there, all at different prices. But as you can see, this one has the mic, but it's not necessary. It's not necessary to have a mic, but once again, it might make it a clearer connection to the tutor. Kind of feel like Madonna right now. Bust into. Don't settle for second best. So any headphones would be appropriate, but once again, not required. So that's the technology that we use and the platform that we use. I want to talk to you a little bit about TutorBird. TutorBird is a web-based tutor management platform that we utilize for both in-person and virtual tutoring. One of the features of TutorBird is the student portal, which is accessible to parents. And here you have a sample of the student portal, and I just wanted to go over some of the features. TutorBird provides parents with a clear scheduling visibility. Families have access to a calendar which outlines scheduled sessions, and if they are a regular or makeup session, or if it had previously been canceled. Session reminders are also generated from the calendar, and there's also the area the student will connect with the tutor in lesson space. So you heard me earlier talking about the ease of one connect to get to the virtual session. That's where you do it on the tutor calendar. It's an easy one connect, and then sessions can also be canceled by the family on the calendar as well. Progress monitoring. After each session, the tutor will complete lesson notes, and those lesson notes are then made available to the parent right in the student portal, but they are also emailed to the parent. Stronger communication. Access to the tutor's cell phone or email address, either or both, is accessible to the parent in TutorBird so that they can communicate directly with the tutor. There's also the email address to the center director available through the TutorBird portal as well, so they can communicate directly to the center director. Simplified billing. Secure file sharing. Should you be working on homework with a student or attending for homework support, files can be shared directly in TutorBird for both the tutor and the student to access. And increased transparency, which is always our goal. So all those things lead to increased transparency. Aaron, I'm going to talk now about the key reasons families choose virtual tutoring. Number one, in my opinion, convenience. Don't have to get in the car, no travel time. Just go to the next room, sit down, and you're connected with the tutor. So for those that have busy schedules, and I hear that kids do a couple of things these days, this is a great option for a lot of parents. Live in areas with limited or no access to in-person options. And then that kind of goes along with this next one. Don't have access to a highly qualified tutor or our renowned approach to reading instruction regardless of location. So if someone in the remote area of South Dakota doesn't have access, South Dakota's awesome, don't get me wrong, but doesn't have access to tutoring easily or readily, our virtual option is a great option. It's often the preferred platform by the child. For students of all ages, Virtual tutoring simply feels safer since they are at home, calmer because there isn't the transition from home to car to center, and offers more privacy, which in turn can positively impact engagement and learning outcomes. And reduced missed sessions compared to in-person tutoring. So if there's bad weather, transportation issues, etc., that wouldn't affect a virtual tutoring session. Who is best suited for virtual tutoring? In general, third grade and up, and then possibly younger with home monitoring. Now, this isn't hard and fast. There's definitely a second grader would be possibly a great fit for virtual tutoring, whereas a sixth grader might not be a good fit for virtual tutoring. But luckily, there is a center director of the Virtual Learning Center who works with families to make sure it will be a good fit. And if it turns out not to be a good fit, no harm, no foul. We don't have long-term contracts here, so if you try 1 or 2 sessions and it's just not working out, we can talk about other options. The ability to remain engaged for approximately an hour. Basic computer skills, and I do mean basic, and many younger students these days have those basic skills by first grade, if not younger. You do not have to be Ada Lovelace to navigate a virtual tutoring lesson. And somebody who responds well to virtual prompts. What's the ideal learning environment for virtual sessions? Very important. Need to have an ideal learning environment at home to get the most out of these sessions. Quiet workplace, free of distractions. Got to have a place where the dog can't get to, a place where the friends and brothers and sisters aren't walking through to get from the kitchen to the living room. So a place that can be peaceful and allows the student to do the work that they need to do. Easy access to materials. All materials needed for tutoring will be provided. We have had to issue Amber Alerts in the past for students who wandered away looking for a pencil. So it's very important that all materials needed are within reach. A strong internet connection. Is there anything more annoying than internet connection? Well, maybe the only thing more annoying than a poor internet connection is somebody who's acting out a poor internet connection. But you get the drift. You want a strong internet connection for the sessions. And nearby support if needed, especially for elementary age students. Someone within the vicinity should there be any issues that the child needs help with. So that brings me to the end of everything I wanted to share with you in regards to our virtual tutoring. Erin, are there any questions that I could answer?
There are not. Any questions in the chat?
Okay, thanks, Erin. Obviously, don't hesitate to give us a call. If you would like to be connected to our website to learn more about our virtual tutoring option, you can scan this barcode, and I'll leave this up for a moment to give you a chance to grab your phone. The link is also in the description of this video listing, so don't worry if you miss it. And we've also posted it in the chat as well. And more importantly, please do not hesitate to contact us to discuss our services and how we may be able to assist you. You may not have a question right now, or you may be watching this video 4 weeks from now. Please do not hesitate to contact us. We are committed to helping families make informed decisions that support their child's success and happiness. And I know, there's ChatGPT, which can answer a lot of questions, but AI doesn't have what we have. We have BO. Brainspring's outstanding customer service. Not BO. We do not have BO. We have customer CS. OOC, outstanding customer service. Idiot. Aaron, was there a question? Oh, no question. Well, thanks again for joining me, and we look forward to seeing you in the virtual world.